Paul, we're back after a well-deserved few days after the whole game. The location this week is obviously Tenerife. How's the week been going so far?
Yeah, seems strange when you say the location's Tenerife, but it's been great. Yeah, I think it's a well-earned. Even though we're here to do some work, it's also a well-earned rest for the players. I think the last 3-4 games towards the end of the first half of the season, we showed our tiredness. We looked very leggy at times, and I'm sure that was for a lot of championship clubs. But you know, it's funny now because I was actually saying to Alex that if we didn't have this World Cup, everybody's moaning about the World Cup in November, and I was saying to Alex, we could be in all types of trouble. You know what I mean? Regarding injuries and the players out in the feet, me asking the same players you know, to play in demands at standards that I expect. It was getting tougher. So to think we'd had another 26 games without a break. I'm so thankful for the World Cup being in Qatar. And it's great. Listen, the lads have had 8 or 9 days off break. They've been away with their families, refreshed themselves. They come here, ready to train again. And but you just got to be careful with what you do with them. You can't overdo it. And the good thing about it is that it's like they've missed each other. Like when you just leave your team for 2 weeks and you can't wait to get back, and everyone's talking and there's your holiday, and the spirit's back again, the banter's back again, and we missed the pre-season we missed going away at early pre-season because obviously the previous manager booked St George's Park, which is not really going away. These players are used to, and all players in Championship or Premier League, whoever it is, are used to going somewhere. Whether it's Dubai or Spain or Portugal, it doesn't matter, Germany, they're used to going somewhere. Something that we always have done. So, it's grateful and thankful of the owner, and Bo that we've got a few quid to come away. It's this fantastic place in Tenerife, and enjoy training with some sun on our backs. It's not something the players have been used to, but they're loving it. They're training hard, not over hard because it's got to be a fine balance because we've still got a few injuries out. So, but no, it's great. You can see the lads enjoying what they're doing, and I know when it comes here, they're here to work. The focus for us has to be December the 10th, Coventry. So as much as it's easy to get carried away. Yeah, you're in the sun. Yeah, we can do this. No, we're here to work, and the focus has to remain on the next 26 games, starting at home against a very good Coventry side. We've won the last 4 out of their 5 games. So, and they know that. They realise that. The standards haven't changed, but it's just a kind of slow process because they've had the 9 days off, and you don't want to go too hard too quickly with them, because we can't afford any more injuries.
From sort of the outside, some fans also may ask, why abroad, why warm weather? You experience these countries as a player yourself. What sort of benefits does it allow taking the squad away, especially to a warm weather?
Yeah, I think this for me, it's just it kind of lifts them. I think sometimes, and no disrespect, we do live in England, and we know this time of year is heavy rain, and and it kind of just dampens your spirit sometimes. Every time you walk out into the training ground, it's teeming down with rain, and you can't, the pitch is all muggy, and I'm not saying it's tough because that's not tough, you know what I mean, but it's just something different, you know what I mean, and there's nothing like the feeling of, when back home and you speak to all your friends and family, what's the weather like? Oh, it's terrible, it's teeming down. Oh, it's lovely, it's 26-7 degrees, and you kind of feel lucky to be here. So, and you get a lot of work done. You can get in a lot of double sessions. Here it doesn't get dark till about 6:30. Floodlights on the pitch, so we can basically do whatever we want at any time we want. And I think because obviously the season's crammed so many games in at the start of the season, we can never do double sessions. We can never have sessions where, we had time to implement the stuff that we want because we was playing Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. So we never really got the players on the pitch and said, listen, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to keep repeating it until we get it right. So coming away here, with no games on the weekend, allows us to know that we can do double sessions, we can do treble sessions, we can keep trying to drum into the players what we're looking to do at the start or when we start the season again.